Is GM making a massive mistake by ending production of the Chevrolet Malibu? Hey, it's Tim. Let's talk cars. In this case, talk about the Chevy Malibu. I'll give you some details on the car, what's new in 2024, and why are they killing it, and what they're going to replace it with. And we'll also talk about some sales too. Kind of comprehensive video for you. Okay, let's go ahead and get to this. I went on Chevrolet's media site and I found some video from 2019. This is the last time they shot video on a Chevrolet Malibu. That's unfortunate. It's a vehicle that Chevy has sold a lot of, and it looks like they're just not giving it very much support anymore, considering, again, they haven't done anything with it from a media side for going on 5 model years. So this is a Chevy Malibu, in case you haven't seen one. You're living under the bridge or living underneath a rock and you haven't seen one of these. And I'll fast forward just a little bit so we can kind of get some more details inside of this vehicle. So it's a large sedan, right? Here's your interior. It's a pretty well done interior, functional, works really good. You see these a lot in fleets, see these a lot with an older buyer. You see sedans like this on the road, and they're going to get rid of this to make room in the facility. You spend $391 million to bring back this. Do you remember this? Yes, this was a Chevy Bolt. They had it in the EUV, which is basically an SUV version of the EV, and they had it in EV. And these electric vehicles, I actually drove the EUV, and I thought it was pretty decent. I had not a whole lot of negative things to say on this, and we'll kind of fast forward here. Yeah, basically was driving through that scene you're seeing right there. So the inside, we have some driver assistance details. It had Super Cruise built into it, and they're going to bring this back, which is really interesting to me that they'll bring this back, because if you recall with the Chevy Bolt is that they got rid of it, and people in the audience were like, what the hell? The fans were like, what are you guys doing? And then they reversed course and they brought it back. But now we're doing the Chevy Malibu thing again, getting rid of what is, for Chevrolet, a pretty decent seller. And so in the 2024 model year, has some details for you here. We have not a lot new. We have the Lakeshore Blue Metallic. And if you follow me on my truck channel, you can see this Lakeshore Blue Metallic. I had it in a Chevy Silverado. It's a really pretty blue color. It's not a bright blue. It's a nice subtle blue. We have rear park assist standard in all non-fleet models. Oh, I pressed the button. Hold on. We have it's offered in LS, RS, 1LT, and 2LT. What's interesting, I pointed out, rear park assist now standard in all non-fleet models. That just says how many they sell to fleets. Hertz, Enterprise, gets a lot of these. Midnight Sport Redline editions available 1LT and 2LT, some appearance packages. LED headlamps and tail lamps are standard on 2LT, so higher trim level. Standard remote start on non-fleet models. Again, talking about fleets. Heated front seats are standard on 1LT. Heated ventilated front seats and steering wheel standard on 2LT. Dual zone automatic climate control and power sunroof. And then we have the 8-inch diagonal screen, Wi-Fi capable, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa built in. And wireless charging is available standard on 2LT. So we have a lot of technology features that you guys are buying. Consumers are wanting. They want wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. They want wireless charging built into this car. Now we have Chevy Safety Assist standard, rear view vision camera, rear brake assist, standard teen driver, and buckle to drive. So lots of good details there. Now this one didn't put the fuel economy on there. I think I saw some numbers and we can pull them up, but it has pretty good fuel economy. 1.5 liter turbo inline 4, 163 horsepower, CVT transmission. Let's go ahead and type in 2023 Chevy Malibu fuel economy. Okay, here we go. Fueleconomy.gov says it gets 30 miles per gallon combined, 27 city, and 35 highway. Okay, so we know what's new in 2024. We know why it's being discontinued. We know why the Bolt is going to come back. It was actually dead after the 2023 model year, and so it's going to come back as a new model. And there are some whispers that by 2026, 2027, it could be a Chevy Malibu EV. Those are all kind of details. We know GM's going to spend $391 million to build a new Bolt, redo the factory that the Chevy Malibu is being built in. So I kind of have some cold water to throw on those rumors, but of the 2026, maybe it comes back. Let's talk about sales. This is what has people confused. Like, why would GM kill such a good selling vehicle? And this is the confusion, right? So if you look at the 2023 year, this is the fourth quarter and year to date for 2023, or the last year's year to date for 2023 sales. And looking at, if we scroll down the list, we'll see the Chevy Malibu for the year sold 130,342 vehicles. Okay, so that equates to, let's see, this is quarterly to the left. So Looking at quarterly, they sell about 35,000. It's down quite a bit. They haven't done anything to it in that time in the last couple of years. So 130,000 for the year. They've had some good quarters, 35,000 or so for a quarter. But what's amazing to me is if you look at the numbers, so the Chevy Bolt was discontinued in this sales report, and they still sold 62,000 units. Malibu doubled that. Looking at the Colorado, well, the Malibu sells more than Colorado, more than Corvette. Equinox sells more, but the Express van, no. What about the Suburban? It sells more than Suburban does. It sells more than Tahoe does. Sells more than Trailblazer does. Sells more than the Traverse does, and sells more than the Trax did. So it's a solid seller in GM's lineup, and sales were up 12.9% year to date, or last year, excuse me. With sales were up. So if we look at competitors, so we look at Toyota is one of the biggest competitors. These are quarterly sales for Toyota. I couldn't find the full on sales for a report for this video, but quarterly sales, it sold 104,777 so far year to date. That's first and second quarter. So breaking in half, they sell about 50,000 cars per quarter, Camry. So GM can sell to 35,000 per quarter. Chevy sells about 35,000. Toyota sells about 50,000. May not get ahead of myself here. And Honda, the Accord, they sell about 20,000 units per quarter, and this is 54,000 per year to date for quarter two sales. So, we have a vehicle that is a pretty good seller. We have a lot of rental fleets that still want this. We had the whole nightmare of Hertz trying to sell EVs, Teslas, and they lost their butt over that. So we still have fleets that want them. We still have people that want a sedan. They want the room, and especially a larger sedan. They want room. I just did a video in the Camry, and you guys watched the heck out of that video on the Camry and the new details on that. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of scratching my head, and it makes you wonder if the full push of GM to go EV only is going to cause more reverse decisions. On the truck side, we've seen them talk more about not doing so much EV trucks, but bringing more hybrids back in the truck segment. We've seen GM make the statements to have more hybrids in the overall lineup. And so it makes sense to me to say, why not just keep the Malibu, make it a hybrid or make it an EV, because you're still getting quite a bit of sales, and maybe discontinue the other things that don't quite make sense, like Trailblazer versus Trax. What? They're same size, same vehicle. Why did they do those things? So I'm scratching my head. What do you guys think? Put it in comments down below. Is this mind-blowing to you? Mind-boggling? Is more GM and GM? There's always those GM haters out there that probably are going to be licking the lips of this data, because this news. This is really, well, head scratching. All right, for more trick videos over here. Haha. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.